I have been working in Iberdrola for more than 25 years now. Iberdrola, as I explained in the conference, is a more than 170 years old utility company serving in more than 30 countries to more than 100 million customers. And I have been personally involved in most of the international expansion of Iberdrola and mostly concentrated in renewables. I've worked in Europe, in the Americas, in the Middle East, and now in Asia, trying to develop renewable energy. I would say that the biggest strength of Iberdrola is that we serve the customers and we provide customers energy solutions fitted to their needs. We are here to serve customers. We had 100 million customers. Several 100,000 customers are industrial customers, and most of them are domestic customers, but we want to provide customers with energy solutions, and that's what we're here for. In the recent times, in the last 20 years, like I said, we are a 170 years old company. Only in the last 20 years, we've introduced the renewable energies, and in the last decade, we are now focused on offshore wind. So right now, why are we here in Taiwan? Taiwan has a specific location for offshore wind. In the Strait of Taiwan, there is a very high resource of wind. There is a very low basin for offshore wind installation in fixed bottom. So there are beneficial conditions in the Taiwan area for offshore wind, and that's basically why we're here. Another thing about offshore, it's very relevant. It takes a long time. It takes 10 years to develop an offshore wind farm. So we in Iberdrola like stability, we like predictability, the rule of law. These are the kinds of things that we're looking for, and Taiwan has demonstrated in the last 10 years that they're stable in that respect, and we hope that the adjustments that we were commenting in the panel are implemented also in order to continue being predictable in the law. Iberdrola has made a clear decision 20 years ago that we want to be renewable and we want to be zero contaminated, zero emission company in the future. So for us, it will not make a big difference. I think it will make a big difference to the world. The world will start to look at energy security and self-sourcing of energy a much greater deal than it has been in the past. So I think now that the economies of the world, they do need energy. We have seen energy prices rising because of the dependency on imported energy and the dependency in hydrocarbons. So I think the solution is clearly the renewables, but renewables don't come alone. They need to come with expansion of the grid. The electricity market has to be expanded in extending and reinforcing the grid. So both things, expanding the grid and more renewables, will resolve the problem of the Ukraine invasion. And that's where Iberdrola is, so we do not have to change. Is the world coming closer to what we think? It has been identified in the panel. I think that it is true that energy is increasing the cost. Inflation is affecting Iberdrola and anybody else working in the energy generation, not only renewables, but all kinds of generation. The good thing about Iberdrola, it will affect for the future. Our planning in procurement, our planning in financing will probably solve in the next 2-3 years, but what the decisions that we take today will influence in 4 or 5 years. So that's probably what we need to share with the governments. It's probably not modifying the law. Like I said, we'd like stability and predictability. What we would like to see is adjustments. We would like to see governments that listen and governments that react in favor of sustainability and energy sufficiency with markets.